My name is David Dorrough. I am the Doctor Program Liaison. Just street language, I'm the mouthpiece for Direct Med Clinic. All of you in this room know me. You know I like to talk. I love what I do. I've never loved what I do more than I do now. But I started out as a skeptic. In the summer of 2017, Dr. Roger was holding, this is before the clinic opened, he was holding lunch and learns at Paisano's restaurant. So a friend of mine said, you've got to go hear this Dr. Roger. So I went over there. I hadn't had insurance in 4 or 5 years, wasn't going to the doctor. And he was trying to educate people like myself about direct primary care membership model. So I went to one of them. I went home, told my wife. I told her he can't do that. So the next month, he did another one. I went back, went home, told my wife. She goes, well, what do you think now? I said, I just don't think he can do that. So I went to a third lunch and learn 3 months in a row and sat through it. And I went home and I told my wife, I said, you know what? There's something about that man. He cares about people. I believe him. I want to join. So I had to contact him to join. The clinic wasn't even open. The clinic opened in December of that year, but in October, my wife and I signed up, and we were actually the very first 2 members to Direct Med Clinic. I was still a skeptic. There's no way for that money he can take care of me, so we're going to find out. So after they opened, my wife and I went in. Immediately they find out all these problems, you know, us old guys have, because we always ignore everything. And my wife was just looking at me like, I told you. But the first visit, I was there probably 3 hours. I got the care from Marlene. She took the time to really get to know me. And it was so personable, it was odd to me. Because I came from medical background where you went and you would rarely even see an MD. But if you did, they would walk in with their back to you, okay, and out the door. And it was like they were trying to get me in and out as fast as they could with the prescription. It wasn't that way at all. I didn't go home until Marlene was comfortable with the medications I needed and her really understanding the history of my medical problems. So after that, I went to a couple more visits. By June of that year, they opened in December, by June of that year, I was ready to go to work for Doc. I quit my job. I had a little business online. I did a little insurance. I was working for a payroll company. And I went to work for Doc because I believe so much, because I was a patient before I ever went to work for him. And being able to see how he cares about people reminded me when I was a child, we had a family practitioner, Dr. Jensen. He delivered all of us. He knew all of us. My mother could call him. Medications would be delivered. I had not experienced a doctor that really cared about what happened to me from the time I was about 8 years old until I went in when I was 60 years old and saw them for the first time. So that's why I'm here. I was a patient first, became so convinced. Now I'm able to go around and talk about something that matters. And I'm working for a man that cares about people in the medical world like I've never seen before. So I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to work with our team. And we really are glad you showed up tonight, our first annual appreciation dinner. There'll be more to come. Doc's been trying to do this for, I think, a year and a half. COVID flipped everything upside down. We're going to get it all straight. And just thank y'all so much for coming.